are the contents of this online demonstration lecture. I will start with the introduction, then exothermic reactions, followed by some examples of exothermic reactions like combustion of fuels and respiration reaction. After that, I will talk about endothermic reactions. Then we have some examples of endothermic reactions like decomposition of limestone or calcium carbonate into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide gas, photosynthesis reaction. So let's start with the introduction. We have seen and observed different kind of chemical reactions. For instance, the reaction of magnesium with hydrochloric acid to produce magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas, decomposition of limestone or calcium carbonate into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide gas, respiration, photosynthesis, etc. Whenever a chemical reaction takes place, there is a change in energy between the reaction mixture and its surroundings. This change in energy is in the form of heat. So heat energy is either released to its surroundings or absorbed from its surrounding. The first type is about exothermic reaction. Now let's talk about the exothermic reactions. The term exothermic reaction originates from the Greek word exo, meaning outside or outward, and thermos, meaning heat. We have seen different chemical reactions in which heat is released or produced. Combustion of fuels, respiration, neutralization reactions, and the reaction of alkali metals with water are some examples of such reactions. Whenever an exothermic reaction takes place, the heat energy is released to the surrounding, and this results in an increase in the temperature of the surroundings. Now let's talk about some examples of exothermic reactions. There are different examples of exothermic reactions. The first one is about the combustion of fuels. Combustion is burning, and it is a reaction with oxygen gas. Car fuels or gasoline usually contain octane. If you burn octane, carbon dioxide gas and steam is produced, and of course energy is also released during this process. The energy released in the form of heat. The heat energy produced is used to run the machine, which in this case is a vehicle, a car. Now let's move on to the next example of exothermic reactions. Respiration is another example of exothermic reactions. Respiration is a very important chemical process in living organisms like humans, animals, and even plants. Respiration is the reaction of glucose with oxygen gas. Products of respiration are carbon dioxide gas and steam. And of course, energy is also released in the form of heat. This heat energy produced is the driving force for carrying out different chemical processes like digestion, excretion, as well as other chemical processes inside the body. Movement of muscles and doing any kind of work also uses energy. Now let's talk about another type of such reactions, which is endothermic reactions. Endothermic reactions, just like exothermic reactions, also originates from the Greek word endo, meaning within, and thermos, meaning heat. So endothermic reactions are those reactions in which heat energy is absorbed from its surroundings, and this result drop or decrease in the temperature of the surroundings. There are different examples of endothermic reactions like decomposition of limestone or calcium carbonate, photosynthesis, and dissolving ammonium nitrate in water. Now I will talk about some examples of endothermic reactions. The first example is about the decomposition of limestone or calcium carbonate. If we heat limestone or calcium carbonate, it's broken down or decomposed into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide gas. As decomposition of limestone gains or absorb energy from its surrounding, so there will be drop or decrease in temperature of the surrounding. So this is the first example of endothermic reactions. Moving on to the next example of endothermic reaction, we have photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a very important process in plants, green algae, and some bacteria. They convert light energy into chemical energy. Sunlight energy is absorbed in this reaction. Due to this reason, this reaction is endothermic. This photosynthesis reaction primarily takes place in the chloroplast of the plant, where chlorophyll, the green pigment, absorbs light. Here are the chemical reaction of photosynthesis reactions. And there's a drop in temperature of the surrounding. Due to this, we have experienced drop or decrease in temperature in forest and grasslands.